Ooh, welcome back, cutie pie. ChainLink to $180, $200, $250. Look, I want to tell you something that's going on a deeper level. I am going to go through this tweet. You're going to enjoy it. And before I start reading the tweet, I spend 18 hours a day here, all right? 18 hours a day. I stop crypto to go shower, to go to the bathroom, or to train weights. And you know what I do? I have headphones on while I train weights, and then I have headphones on while I'm sprinting on the treadmill after. I'm doing this 24/7. I absorb a lot of information. Why? I'm your friend. I'm here to give it for free because I'm so confident I'm going to win. Okay? So I want you to understand, powerful people, they work differently to me and you. The most evil, powerful people, they are paranoid. So if they can operate in the shadows, they do operate in the shadows. That's actually the best place to be, because then you don't know who to focus. Your legal attacks, your violent physical attacks. Okay, that's how they work. Okay, they're very smart. Now, when there are public infrastructure or public institutions that everybody knows about, there's obviously somewhere we can target. But the evil bastards, what they do is, they're very smart, man. What they do is, right, when they have an evil grand plan, they have a method of releasing it to the public. And they basically gaslight us. So what gaslighting is, they slowly introduce their strategy to us over time. They release it on websites, they start doing talks, and they start with very gentle language, and then they ramp it up over time. They never want to shock people, because at the end of the day, if you are controlling a lot of people, the last thing you want to do is shock them. So first you've got to get like the 5% of weirdos in, the people who are like always pro-government, those weirdos, right? Then they get the next 10% and 15% and so on. So I spend a lot of time, I know how these power structures form, I know how they work, and I don't blame them, honestly, for how they do it. It's actually very, very smart. So when I'm coming to you about this Chainlink information, I want you to know, I'm not making this up. From the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, this is what's happening. I can see it happening, and I'm here to tell you, okay? So the SWIFT, that's the international payments, okay? Routes through the New York Fed. It's basically, when you think about it, it's the blockchain for the New York Fed. You want to do any banking transfer, it's got to go through SWIFT. Okay, that's how they control everyone. Australia, UK, Africa, every single big bank in the world, it's got to go through SWIFT. If you start trying to avoid SWIFT, that's when America starts coming to take you on, okay? So the SWIFT and the WEF guys, right, World Economic Forum, they are openly telling us what their ultimate plan is. They're going to help Chainlink win the blockchain race with CCIP tech, okay? I've made a video on it. CCIP, cross-chain integrated protocol. Okay, here we go. All blockchains will connect to this link CCIP network. SWIFT and WEF, so you want to eat the bugs, those guys, they will get full oversight on everything, okay? One link equals 222. It's actually going to go higher than that. I think if this is true, man, it's going over $1,000. But don't get too happy. This is like one cycle ahead, okay? I don't want to talk about these giant numbers, okay? If my real number's $650, I now know to divide it by 3. Okay, I've learned from the last cycle. So let's read this quickly, okay? So this is from Jonathan Airy, whatever his name is, okay? And this guy is a SWIFT strategy director, quote unquote. You know what strategy director means? It means I'm a puppet, okay? And I was chosen because I'm very good at communication with gentle words to like tell you what's going on without surprising you and spooking you, okay? Let's read this together, okay? So let's go. So, look what it says here. SWIFT doesn't have the potential to reach and connect all of them. He's talking about blockchains here. So what they're talking about is they go, there's going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and Poker Trash and Kusama and Kasemek, everything, right? All these different blockchains, they're going to have different like protocols, languages, how they operate, and they can't be all connected. It gets too complicated, and it gets risky with the bridges, moving money, cryptography, all these nerd stuff that we don't get, right? So what Swift says is, we do not bet in 10 blockchains this year, and if those 10 disappear, we lose investment. And it's the same for the banks. So what they're saying is like, they don't invest like me. Let's throw our money in 10 stuff, see if one goes 1000x asymmetric, right? Next part, this is where CCIP comes into place, okay? If we, SWIFT, connect to this interoperability network, CCIP by ChainLink, then we connect 11,000 banks with 20 blockchains, and there's more to come. And then they finish. Then we have these two infrastructures, SWIFT and CCIP, that are secure, reliable, scalable, and connected. That is a load of bullshit words. That is the biggest load of crap I've ever... You know, when a government guy, when guys who run the world say, reliable, secure, scalable, and connected, you know that's a big load of rhinoceros doo-doo. That means we're going to have all the power. That's what that translates to, okay? So, let's go to some moon maths here. So, ChainLink, okay? Actually, before we look at the moon maths, okay? So, as we went through before, okay? You're going to have Ethereum and Solana and Polkadot, Kusama, XRP Ledger, right? Cardano, Pulse Chain, all this stuff, okay? And what they're saying is, what Swift guy is saying, he goes, look, we don't know who's going to win. Like, we want Ethereum to win, but we're not even sure. That's what they really want. They don't know who's actually going to win, okay? And they don't know how things are going to change because it's so bleeding edge tech. So what they're actually, that's what they're releasing this to, remember what I said at the beginning? Powerful, evil people will gaslight you so you don't get shocked in 5 to 10 years. And nobody has a revolution overnight, okay? So what they introduce everyone. So they go, oh, there's all these blockchains. Oh, who's going to win, right? They have their chosen ones, but it doesn't matter. So what they're saying is, they go, well, let's get ChainLink, okay? Let's get the ChainLink logo. What they're saying is, okay, they go, ChainLink's going to make CCIP, all right? And what's going to happen is, you know, Web3, digital world. So someone out there is going to make, you know, like Uber 2.0. Someone's going to make new social media app, right? Someone's going to make super insurance payout using crypto, right? So all these different apps are coming, right? We don't know what they are. If we did, we'd make 100,000x our money. We'd be trillionaires. We don't know what they are, but something's coming. The data to get these apps, okay, they're going to come from somewhere. They're going to come from Pulse Chain, Cardano, XRP. They're going to come from, they don't know, everywhere, all right? We don't know who's going to exactly win. But they are also going to be fed data from somewhere, okay? And they're going to be fed data from nodes. What's going to happen is these different nodes out here, right? Different countries, different nodes. And what this Swift guy is basically saying, he goes, hey, let me just clone here. He says, hey, man, all you guys, you know, you've got a USA, you've got UK, right? I'm just simplifying here. They go, well, we've chosen ChainLink. So what they're saying is, these apps in the future, they're going to be using us, okay? We're going to be connecting in. Sorry. These are actually going to go to ChainLink, okay? That's a CCIP, all right? So they're basically letting you know we've chosen ChainLink, okay? So here's Swift payments, whatever. They're like telling you now ahead of time, we're choosing ChainLink and we like this CCIP thing. So you know what happens? You know what? This is the crazy part, right? You see all these blockchains, Ethereum, Solana, everybody's in their own little city and their universe, right? You don't know who's going to win. But now you don't need to know who wins because they're all going to go through ChainLink's CCIP, okay? So they go, yeah, go play in your playground. We don't really care because all of you guys have got to route back to CCIP. Every single one of you's got to come back to CCIP. See, it's a jungled web. We don't really care. And from here, Swift and World Economic Forum with a bug and everyone else, they get to watch everything. This is a standardized protocol, right? Now, we can't avoid this. This would eventually happen. But I'm just letting you know, this is how the guys on top, this is how they want to control everyone. This is it, right? They go, hey, there are too many standards of data here. You know, there's someone going to be using Tornado Cash on Polkadot. He's moving money. He connects to an app that does something on XRP. He's doing stuff on Ethereum. It's too hard to control and put all this data and everything, what's going on. And ChainLink were like, hey, Why don't we integrate everywhere and make a standard in one nice little place for you? And then Swift are like, yes, yes, World Economic Forum, they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. Put everything in one place so we can see it all and we can control it all, okay? And remember, I was talking about this Uber 2.0 and this social media app. This guy is going to have to connect through nodes. Data is going to have to come through outside places, right? Like, you know, maybe, this, like I said, you know, Australia's income tax rates, and maybe data sources from Africa's different post offices are posting like different drought levels, so farmers can get insurance and get insurance payout. You see all this random data and stuff out there. All of these, this guy's going to make the app. He's going to be using ChainLink. There you go. Everything links up. Okay? So ChainLink, when you think about it, I've said this before. You know, you got this like interoperability chains connecting everything. They're all load of shit. Okay? They're all load of shit. Do you think the world government, I want to ask you this. Let's look at Polkadot. Polkadot has parachains and governance voting and like all this. Do you honestly think the bug-eating fucks are going to let Polkadot with like, you know, a couple of people holding hands and voting? Do you think they're going to let these guys control all the data? Honestly, have a think about that. Do you honestly think that's how the world is going to look? A couple of dudes made a blockchain. They're going to be making all the decisions on who comes in, big financial applications, and who gets control of the banks. No, I don't think the world's going to work like that. I think they're going to use Chainlink. Personally, right? Now, not only do I think that, the good thing is, you go back to my quote, this Jonathan guy is actually saying, yeah, man, we're actually doing it right here. We're telling you right now, this is actually what we're going to do. Okay, so you go back to the middle of a message. The ultimate goal is control. All right, that's the ultimate goal of this. We're not nihilistic. This is not like the world's going to end. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out there. They like controlling people. We know how governments act. We know how they behave. They just want to control everyone. That's it. It's so much easier, more efficient to do it this way. All right, so to be a visionary, you got to think like an evil dictator here and there. All right, and this is exactly what comes through. So now we go through the juice, all right? So let's go to Link. Link, in its first cycle, did, I think it was 10 cents, right? I think it was 11 cents, actually. 11 cents. Went to, there you go, like 450x, okay? That's beautiful. See how amazing it is? You got to get into cycle 1 coins, okay? Pulse Chain, cycle 1. Pulse X, cycle 1. Poor Pleb, cycle 1, okay? So just quickly, you're looking at these. Cycle 1. PLS, Pulse Chain. Cycle 1, PLSX, Pulse X. Cycle 1, Poor Pleb, PP, meme. Just quickly, right? Throwing it out here. So if you can find cycle 1s, super duper good, alright? Chainlink was a cycle 1 last cycle. Now it's cycle 2. Cycle 2s, they don't have 2 diamonds, they got 1. Cycle 2s are good, but you're not going to get your 400x anymore. People are going to hope for the 400x, but you're probably not going to get it, you know? So this is where we just guess, like, I don't know. But this was exactly from the low, man. So if we get like whatever, $5, I like doing 40x. It's 1/10. It's conservative. You know, it gets you, there you go, $222. All right, I like doing that. I want to be wrong. I want it to be like 60x. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be $300 if that happens, right? So we can see that, but I don't know. I'm just too scared. I'm too scared that you're not long enough and we're at $150 and then it taps 220, right? So this is the worst part, okay? So we can go up here. Maybe here we go. We go up to like 200, right? Well, we go back down. We go up, we tap like 230 and then back down here, okay? And you're not going to know this is the top. It's going to do this pattern. But think about this, man. You hit 220, but you still went down here. Now you're back here to like $90. Okay, it's exactly actually what happened here. You know, hit 50, then it's down to like 18. Do you get what I mean? These numbers, you can drop like 60% very, very, very fast. I don't want you, after all my information, to be dreaming of $300 to $400 Chainlink when we're up here. Okay, I would rather you be safe and you're happy to start exiting at $100. Not exit all of it, but go like, you know what? Yeah, we're on the moon a bit. You know, we're on towards the moon. At 150, at 180. I want you to be in that position of strength, okay? Because think about the dangerous position here, man. We all got screwed up here. When Chainlink was at $30 to $40, we were thinking, yep, 100. And look what happens next. Goes back to 5, okay? So you now know all this information. You know, the World Economic Forum and SWIFT, they've told us. They've told us we're choosing Chainlink. And I've told you, man, I spent a lot of time. I know how these guys work and I know how they think. In fact, I might get kidnapped one day and they just put me on the back of a car and they ask me to make decisions. Because I know exactly how to manipulate everyone. I know what they do, okay? So they're gaslighting everyone. They're saying, okay, you know, we're going to do this and simplify it. And remember these words, man. Remember these words. Secure, reliable, scalable, connected. They're just bullshit words, okay? They're just bullshit words. It means we're watching you and see you later, all right? Decentralization. So they've chosen Link. That's a cool thing. Isn't it cool? I can identify, hey, they're openly letting us know that Chainlink's going to do it, right? You know, if you remember back, they chose XRP. There was XRP rumors with Swift, but see how dangerous technology is because it moves so bleeding edge fast. XRP had a lot of adoption in 2017, but then with Ethereum, they made DeFi. So now XRP's payment, it's lackluster. And so DeFi gets made, Chainlink is the oracle, and now Swift have now changed their decision. They're like, oh, screw XRP, we're going with Chainlink. So that's just how fast, that's how unfortunate, man. It's very, very hard to predict these. That's why, man, like, you're going to have to take profit somewhere. We don't really know. We don't know what happens. Look what happened to XRP, you know? They could have been the chosen ones, but it all went this way, all right? So, good thing is, you can be like, man, even if, let's say, by the time you watch this video, let's say Link is $8. Look, you're still going to get your 25x, all right? You're going to get your 25. I think it's still a good place to be if I told you something which is, look at this chart, cheap against Ethereum by, it hit, man, look, it hit 93% against Ethereum, okay? It hits 90%, like, oh, man, like, even if from here, if we don't even have to break the high. We don't have to break the high. If we just go back here, that's 5.5x on Ethereum, okay? That is 1 ETH becomes 5.5 ETH. Or 10 ETH becomes 55 ETH. Like, this is so absurd. Because, you know, Bitcoin's going up. You know, Ethereum is more deflationary and has more use case than Bitcoin, right? And now I've told you, okay, the World Economic Forum, the bug eaters, have literally told you that they're gaslighting you and said they've chosen Chainlink. And Chainlink is cheap against Ethereum. This, by the way, I've been screaming this from the rooftops for a long time. So I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't care. I've been saying this for a long time, 18 months. But yeah, wouldn't you have liked someone to tell me and you to buy Link here? Wouldn't we have liked that? Look how long this is from. September 2017, basically all the way for like 18 months. 18 months, you know? And then it's still moonshots. That's 13x to the top. All right, it's a long time, man. It's a long time. Okay, so depression goes for a long time in crypto. But eventually it ends. And eventually you start getting this ridiculous stuff. Woo, 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 woo. Right? Eventually that's going to happen. Okay, maybe it's happening now. We don't know. We don't know if that's the eventual start, okay? So we have all the signs. We've done all the research. We know CCIP is this secret tech. We know the WEF and SWIFT have chosen Chainlink, and they want to spy on everyone in the future. They want to put everyone's data in one place, and Chainlink is getting all the integrations, and it's first place, and it's going to render Polkadot and all these other, like, let's hold the hand and control the world type of visions. It's going to render them useless, okay? It's like it's a perfect weapon for them. The perfect weapon. So I like Link. I feel safe confidently holding it. It can't be forked. You watch my earlier videos. And now you have to decide. Do you want to put a micro bullet in? Or do you want to put 1 bullet? Or 10%? Or 50%? Right? It's completely up to you. There are other coins that I would also hold. But I'm just saying, like, this is why I feel confident in here. My Chainlink stack, instead of having like 7 layer 1 chains, which everyone's wasting their time with, I just got Link. Because I completely understand Chainlink is leverage on Ethereum and the whole crypto space. All right. Until next time, friends.